Good morning and welcome again to my channel. Today we are going to be solving another Leetcode question. This time we are solving question number 881, which is marked medium. So what does the question say? Basically we'll be given an array of numbers which will represent, basically each number will represent people's weight, right? So the weight of this person is 1, and weight of this person is 2, and so on. And we'll also be given another int number limit, which in this question is 3. So what does limit mean? Basically the question is saying that we have to transfer people across a river, say, okay, and we are to use boats for doing so. Now boats have a limit on the weight they can carry. In this question it is 3. That means we cannot on a single boat have people whose combined weight would be more than 3, would be more than the limit weight, right? And there's one more condition, which is that we can only have at max 2 people on a particular boat, right? So there are two conditions. We can have 2 people, maximum 2 people on a single boat, and their combined weight should not be more than the limit weight given. Following these conditions, we have to find the minimum number of boats needed to transfer all these people, right? How are we going to solve this? We are going to solve this greedily using 2 pointers, right? So we'll use an I pointer, which will start from the beginning, the 0th index, and we'll use a j pointer, which will start from the end, right? Now why are we doing this from start and from end? Because we want to pair the lightest person with the heaviest person, because that will give us the maximum chance of having 2 people that are under the limit. Why? Because say we have I and j like this, right? Now 2 is a large number when compared to other numbers, right? Like 1, right? And 3 is the largest. So a large number and the largest number has a higher chance of exceeding the limit than a small number and a larger number, right? So that is one. Why are we not doing like this, like a smaller number and a smaller number? Because this will definitely be under the limit, right? But what would happen when we reach this? Because we would have used these two uh, people, right? These 2 people would have gone, so the remaining is this. And for this we would have, if we add this up, it will go above the limit. So that means we have to transfer this one after one, right? Because the maximum was 2, we can still carry one person, right? So that means these two will go in one boat. So the number of boats used till now is 1. Then this has to go in 1, and this also has to go in another boat. So the answer would be 3. But if we follow this approach of lighter people and the heavier people, then we can say this 1 and 3 would add up to 4, which would exceed the limit. So these two will not be able to go in a single boat. So we can say that let us move this person in one boat. So our answer currently would become 1. Number of boats used is 1, because this person went singly in the one boat, right? Then we move j backwards. Now we check 1 plus 2. Is it exceeding the limit? No, it is exactly the limit. So these 2 people can go in the same boat. So now our answer becomes 2. Then we move this backward, we move this forward, and this person can go in a single boat. So our answer then becomes 3. Now in this case, our answer did not really change whichever approach we took, but for a different input, our answer would definitely be larger for the other approaches, right? So we need to start from I being the initial from the 0th index and j from the last index. Let's take another input which will make this clearer, right? So this is another input that I've taken, And here if we see clearly, the answer would be 2, right? Why? Because initially 1 and 3 limit is 4, so 1 plus 3 is 4. That's one board, right? That's one board. Then we move this forward, we move this backward. 2 plus 2 again 4. This will be in one board, so this will become 2, right? But if we took another approach, say like this, and starting j like this, 1 and 2 is 3, which is lower than the limit, right? So that means they both will go in single board, so our initial answer will be 1. Then we move both of them forward like this and like this, because these two are used, right? Now if we add 2 plus 3, it is 5, which is exceeding the limit, so they both have to go in a single board, so they both will have to take one board each. So then our answer will become 1 plus 2, which is 3, right? Which is not the correct answer. Our answer should be 2. So that's why we need to make sure we are starting I from the 0th index and j from the last index. Let's write this in the code. So this is the function, right? Now one more thing, if you see this input, it is 3221, but what I used was 1223, right? 1223. Why? Because as I said, our logic depends on pairing the lightest person with the heaviest person, right? So that means the lightest person should start from the 0 and the heaviest person should be at the last, right? So that means we are going to sort the array, right, in the ascending order. So we have to do that as well. So you can apply a sorting algorithm here, but I'm just going to use the inbuilt function for Golang, right? So people, so we have sorted the array. Then we are going to take two pointers, I starting from 0 and j starting from the end, n minus 1, and n will be length of people. Then we're going to start a while loop, I less than equal to j. Why we are using this? Because if I and j cross each other, that means we have used up every single person available, right? So we don't need to continue anymore, so we'll break at that point. We also take another variable called boats, which will store the count of boats needed. Initially it will be 0. Then we'll check if people of I plus people of j is less than equal to the limit given, right? Because as I said, we are trying to pair up two people. Maximum we can send two people together, so we are trying to pair the lightest and the heaviest together, and we are checking if the combined weight is below the limit or exactly the limit which is given. If it is given, then what we'll do, we'll move I forward because we have used that person, and we'll move j backward because we have used that person as well. If that is not the case, if it exceeds the limit, what we want to send the heavy person uh, alone in a boat. Why? Because say here and here the limit is, let's say, 3, right? The limit is 3. 1 plus 3 would be larger than 3, which is 4. See from this index perspective that this is the heaviest of all the available numbers. This is the largest of all the available numbers. If the largest number cannot be sent combining with the smallest number, when we move forward we'll get numbers larger than this. So this number will definitely be not able to be combined with these larger numbers, right? That means if it is not possible to send the largest number with the smallest number, it is the largest number will not be able to be sent with any other person. So that means it has to go alone, and that's why we move j back, right? And for every step we just increase the number of boats. In the end we return both. Let's see if this works or not. And it is accepted. Let's try to submit it, and it works. So it was a pretty easy question if you could get the logic right. Even though it's marked medium, it's an easy level question. Try it out. This is the whole code. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.